The federal investigation into Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz for possible sex trafficking involving a 17-year-old girl, which he adamantly denies, has led to some really fascinating reporting about his reputation as a congressman. The Daily Beast has a striking new story, which includes that numerous lawmakers have discussed Gaetz's alleged proclivity for younger women, and that, quote, it's well known among Republican lawmakers that Gaetz was dating a college student, one over the age of consent, in 2018. She came to Washington as an intern. I want to be very clear, MSNBC has not confirmed this reporting, and Congressman Gaetz did not directly address the claim to the Daily Beast. We reached out to his office, seeking comment. They did not get back to us. For more on Gaetz's reputation on the Hill, I want to bring in one of the authors of that Daily Beast piece, senior politics editor, Matt Fuller. Matt, thanks for coming on the show. When you tweeted out this story, you wrote that you've been chasing allegations around Gaetz for years. Why have you been working on this for so long? What exactly is his reputation that drew you to him?
Yeah, I mean, this actually started for me almost exactly 3 years ago. We had a tip that he was dating an intern, not in his office, in another office. I sat across from that intern. I asked her questions. She later confirmed to me that, yes, she was dating him. She was over 21 at the time. We had some other concerns with the story, but the truth is we never ran it because we knew that there was a better story right around the corner. I think you're seeing a lot of this coming out that there's so many rumors that have been swirling around Matt Gaetz for years. There's always been sort of questions about what he's been up to in his extracurricular life. And, you know, it sort of became a white whale for me. And I've heard all these different allegations. I've heard all the rumors. Members love to talk about Matt Gaetz because no one really likes Matt Gaetz. He doesn't have many friends on Capitol Hill.
And when you say
he's really sort of. Yeah, go ahead.
When you say members love to talk about Matt Gaetz, you're not just talking about Democrats, right? You're talking about Republican members.
No, I'm primarily talking about Republicans. Matt Gaetz didn't make friends here. He really attacked Republicans for insufficient Trump support. He was one of those guys who came to Congress right with Donald Trump, and he came here to be an ally of the president, or now the former president. And he made that no mistakes about that. And he went on cable news almost every night and sort of called out a lot of Republican colleagues. He did this most recently with Liz Cheney. He went to her district, the GOP conference chairwoman, and, you know, started a campaign against her to have her lose her job in the Republican conference. This is not a man who is very well liked in the Republican conference.
So he did go to Wyoming. I just want to show our viewers what he did when he went there. Have a listen.
If Liz Cheney wants to assemble her supporters and advocate her America Last policies, I invite her to do so. I'm here to be the masthead for the America First movement going forward.
Do you think Liz Cheney's partying tonight?
I don't know about partying. I think for every Republican, this is a little bit. I mean, first of all, the allegations here are extremely serious. If true, he was victimizing a 17-year-old. We haven't confirmed that. I can tell you that, yes, I know that he dated women who were much younger than him in their early 20s. But with the Justice Department probe, that still remains to be unverified, at least by us at this point. I think it's certainly telling that Republicans haven't jumped to his defense. He has this, sort of insane theory about extortion, but there actually are a lot of indications that some of this might be true, or at least he has the patina of truth here. And yet Republicans aren't jumping to his aid. He's, put forward this whole scheme about a $25 million plot, and somehow Bob Levinson, this disappeared former CIA agent, has reemerged in this story somehow. But Republicans aren't jumping to defend Matt Gaetz tonight. And I think that's because a lot of them are hearing these allegations and going, oh, that kind of rings true.
Although, come on, Matt, he's got Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jim Jordan in his corner. Who wouldn't want those two stalwarts of the party backing them?
With those by your side. I mean, it's sort of amazing in the entire Republican conference. It's Jim Jordan, who I guess in some ways is one of his closest friends in Congress. He's the ranking Republican on the Judiciary Committee. Matt Gaetz is on the Judiciary Committee. He was the Freedom Caucus chairman. Matt Gaetz is in the Freedom Caucus. And then, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who makes no mistakes about, disbelieving any media report that is negative on Republicans.
Yeah, the woman who thought a space laser was involved in the California wildfires tells us it's all a witch hunt. So that's useful. Let me ask you this. Gates had reportedly been looking into leaving Congress early to go work for right-wing media. Do we know what the status on that is? Fox News seems out. They said in a statement yesterday, no one with any level of authority has had conversations with Matt Gates for any of our platforms. We have no interest in hiring him. Ouch.
Yeah, I think some of the interest there would have dried up pretty immediately when you have this probe hanging over you. I think part of this is on the same day that this information came out that he was looking to leave Congress and go take a media job, which frankly, that's been a large part of his actual congressional career is going on TV, defending the latest Trump outrage. But I don't think it's an accident that he was looking for his exit plan, because if this is proven to be true, these allegations, he's not going to be able to stay in Congress. There's obviously criminal ramifications for his actions, but there are also congressional ones. Speaker Pelosi said today that, it wouldn't just be him being removed from committees. The ethics committee would go after him. And,
yes.
if it is true that he's having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old, I imagine he'd probably be expelled if he fought this.
Of course. Yeah, the committee thing is just not enough if that's the case. We'll have to leave it there. Matt Fuller of the Daily Beast, thank you so much for your great reporting. Thanks for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.